This video will be a brief overview of some of the security and management features that you have as the host of a Zoom meeting. So here I have a Zoom meeting that I am hosting. Oh, that happens every time. There we go. That I'm hosting with Jenna. And we touched on some of these security features when we talked about breakout rooms. When I click security, I have several options. I can lock the room so that nobody else can join. I can enable a waiting room so that participants have to wait for me to accept them into the meeting. I can allow or disallow participants to share their screen, use the chat, rename themselves, unmute themselves, and I can also remove participants from the chat. If I click on my participants tab on the bottom, I can also mute all of my participants. If I click the ellipses down here, I have mostly the same options. The one difference being I can enable or disable the doorbell and closed door sound when participants enter and leave the meeting. I can also use the chat to manage my Zoom meeting. I like to use the chat for a lot of different things, but it was also really helpful to copy and paste directions or prompts into the chat so that students can refer to it as they are working. So let's say we were responding to a morning meeting share. I would copy the prompt and paste it into the chat to everyone. Everyone can see those directions into the chat. Now, let's say that I need to privately message a student. I could do this for a lot of reasons, but from a management perspective, let's say that Jenna was texting during my lesson. She would never. So Jenna's texting during my lesson, doesn't even have the courtesy to use an iPhone to do it. And I will say, Jenna, phone down until break time. And only me and Jenna will be able to see that message. Now I can also manage the screen share of my participants. So say Jenna is really struggling to focus and is doing something really distracting on camera. All right. So since I might want to do two things. First of all, I'm going to mute Jenna so you don't have to hear those sounds. And then I can also stop her video. Right. Then I would message Jenna that she is now in take a break. Now Jenna will need me to invite her to unmute herself and to start her video before she can do so. So after a minute goes by, I may then reach back out to Jenna. Rejoin us. Set yourself up for success. I will prompt Jenna to start her video. And now she's back. So those are some sort of the bare bones of the security and management features as the host of a Zoom meeting. Thanks, Jenna.